I want you to know the very first theory I had in this is that she faked her death. And the very first piece of evidence was like, well, her body was found here. And I was like, huh, probably didn't fake her death then. That's what I went into it with. Like, I know nothing about this. Maybe she faked her death.
Jake, do you still think Scott did it?
No.
I feel like that's too obvious.
Well, that's the thing. It might just be the thing that they're like, you know, it's too obvious.
Wait. Check that door. No.
One of the ones we checked already.
Okay.
I came in here and you were like, one of these should be it.
Yeah. Walnut.
That's not. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Town Center Drive. There should be a third car. Near the graveyard, I think. That black? That's black.
Black paint.
Yeah, that doesn't help you. I know where Dorothy's house is though.
Double.
Dorothy's house is actually right ahead of you. If you want to go to it.
No.
That's right on the left.
Bernard's first.
Okay, well that's it right there if you want to go to not that.
Bernard's first.
Okay. Silver Lake, Silver Pine. I think it's on the left. Wait, was that street light? Oh.
Silver Lake.
Oh, maybe it was Silver.
Yeah, it's Silver Lake.
One Silver Lake. Okay, so this is Silver Lake. 4.
Oh, I guess you could go into the car.
Car!
Car! Break in.
Look like the
Bears. Get Vandal.
I don't think I've ever run into a car with a locked glove compartment before. This is the third car with a locked glove compartment.
31?
31 we're looking?
Yeah. $31.
11.
15.
47?
7. Five. 26.
Outside.
That's not how even should be on that side.
There is no that.
Then it should move to the next odd number.
That's the way out.
Then Wareham House.
That was probably like, oh, no. It could be in one of these little offshoots too, eh? I think it is actually. That one. Yeah.
That's a bro.
Yeah.
The very first one.
Oh, you gotta click on the lock.
Was.
Nope. Be queen, the town lies a dark secret. Oh, you're gonna take the rook everywhere for evidence.
Thanks. God.
There's so much.
I can't even. You know what? I take one big picture and we'll just sort through what's what later. Oh my god. Jeez, Bernard.
Even this is like. I need Addie.
And Malk?
Now milk is
Milk is not
copyrighted.
great,
Bobby.
yeah.
Is if it's coming from a cow.
No, like
More chess
they
pieces
couldn't
fine.
put like Lock City Dairy in here, but they can put milk wherever they want.
Laxity.
Why is there so many prescription drugs in this game?
Because everyone needs medication, Jake.
I don't.
The doctor's just peddling pills. I'm telling you. He's just like, you want some pills?
Damn, Bernard.
Old story. Vivian Roberts is well known for her success as a businesswoman in the 20th century. What most people did not know is that her seemingly overnight success was a 30-year journey that defied everything she was told to believe in. Vivian was the first and only person in her family to graduate college. By her mid-20s, she left a highly paid job to start a controversial company. She then met her current husband, Charles Roberts, with whom she dedicated her life, helped transform the Roberts family business, and supported him during the mayoral election in the mid-70s. She also started the Roberts Relief Foundation for the Poor and instituted medical research programs for the sick, which resulted in Painscreek Community Hospital becoming one of the best rehab centers for the elderly in the nation. This is a story of a young woman who came from a humble beginning, became the most respected and loved person in the town of Painscreek. Beloved by mom.
Too loved that she got murdered. That's the one, maybe. Nope. I'm telling you, there is one of those like that, though. Oh.
Oh, he got. They stole his axe. For that from the beginning. Axe this one.
Just ask the question. Oh, you missed. Stapler. Oh. It's a lot of stuff.
Bobby.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, Scott came to me and asked about Sophia. I was surprised he knew about someone who used to work here 20 years ago. I told him she was once a maid that worked here, but after a few years, she decided to leave the village. Today, I commented about the conversation to Vivian. She asked if Scott had said or asked anything else since then. I could see she felt uneasy. She told me to keep an eye on him. I find this all unsettling. Derek doesn't seem too willing to drive for Vivian. I don't think a 5-day trip is that long. Charles often has taken trips longer than that, and Derek has never seemed to mind them. Now that I think about it, Derek is unusually quiet when Vivian is around. He doesn't even look at her. It's like he's avoiding her. I wonder why. I noticed Vivian's been getting increasingly paranoid whenever she sees Scott, to the point of being upset by his presence. She asked Charles to have someone replace Scott, but Charles kept him. He likes the boy. Maybe those hunting trips really bonded them. I can't read what that second word is.
Dad's.
It's Dad's death. Oh,
Anniversary.
it's Dad's death's anniversary today. I can't believe it's already been more than 2 decades. I visited his grave in the morning. His tombstone is full of fallen leaves. Looks like autumn has started. Mom's tombstone is covered with leaves too. I read today's newspaper and updated him on the things that happened here recently. I sat there talking. I wondered if he could hear me. Will I spend the rest of my life serving Charles and Vivian until I die? What will people remember me for? I saw Scott and Trisha today. They looked happy. I almost envy them. I think my chance at ever having a relationship with someone is over. What will my life be if I accepted Angela? I don't think we would have been happy. She wasn't my type, anywho. Who is my type then? Vivian, crossed out. I don't know who.
Bernard.
AOL password. Study room locked. Desk can't subtract the yellow darts. Points from the darts total. Aunt Cecilia's apartment code. I think we have to find a dartboard and subtract the yellow.
Yeah, it's on the back of the door. Yeah. I can just give you the code because, like...
I want to figure out.
Yeah,
what the code is.
it's... Give me a sec. Yes. Code... 0137. Yeah.
Desk key. July 21st. The police reported that Vivian was murdered. I was floored. I still don't know what to do. My mind is blank. All I can think is, how did it happen? How can Vivian be dead? July 23rd. Everyone's mourning about Vivian's death. People are coming or calling in to express their condolences. Charles hasn't been out of his room for days, and Trish is crying her heart out. Dorothy has been assigned busy work to all the mansion employees, hoping that it would take their minds off Vivian's death. Samuel, our security guard, has been reviewing all the tapes of the past 2 weeks for any suspicious activities. I wish I could be of any help.
See you, Jean.
Oh, goodbye. Thanks for coming out. July 27th. Scott was just apprehended for the murder of Vivian. Is that true? No one would have thought of that. I could never, ever believe that Scott would be capable of killing someone, let alone Vivian, yet it makes me so mad. I feel confused. September 29th. Trisha was admitted to the hospital today. She had a nervous breakdown after finding out that Scott could be her mother's killer. Her condition has been getting worse over the past few weeks, and no one has been able to properly help her. Charles finally decided to seek help from the hospital. What?
The day Scott was apprehended, I was born.
Nice. October 27th, 1995. Matthew never believed that his son killed Vivian. He hired some fancy lawyer to defend him. Scott's been released on bail today. It's beyond ridiculous. I don't think Scott should have been released at all, despite the insufficient evidence. He killed Vivian. I know that he's guilty. Everyone knows it. They should have gone ahead and prosecuted him. November 1st. The maids were cleaning the mansion when they found some stuff belonging to Vivian, a key and some stationery. I asked Charles what he'd like me to do with them. He told me to take care of it. Myself. I brought them back to my place. November 4th. Vivian's death has caused a lot of grief to everyone, especially Charles. After hearing how heartbroken Charles was 2 nights ago, I can't bear to see him suffer anymore. Scott should pay for what he did. Bernard? Bernard? Bernard?
I think you got the key to Vivian's desk, actually. And Dorothy's house key, don't forget. And the cabin key. Right to the hospital. That one I remember. Question is,
Hospital?
on Scooby Doo? Yeah, I think that's the way.
Right here. United States Postal Service.
I think that's the house right there, actually, on the left.
Gotta keep
Very Kelsey.
right down to the books everywhere.
Kelsey.
February 2nd. Charles asked me. Charles asked something of me today. He asked if I would be willing to stay with Sophia, that he'd arranged to have her house rent out a little ways from the mansion. I told him that I would help, but that Sophia's pregnancy will eventually show. There's no way of hiding it. He seemed very worried. February 6th. Charles came up to me and expressed his gratitude for taking care of Sophia. He said he will be covering all the necessary expenses. He told me not to tell anyone about it. As for Sophia's growing belly, when the time comes, I'm to make up something about her running errands outside of Painscreek. I'm not sure if that will. April 6th. Sophia is 8 months into her pregnancy. Her belly is big now. I asked her how she felt. She was happy and hopeful for their future. She said it would be best if the baby is a boy. I can understand why she's thinking that, but I can't help but wonder how Vivian will feel about it. What will the ramifications of Charles? Dirty bird.
Ape.
Scriptures.
Oops. Oh, is that where Harry Potter lived?
Right by the dookie.
In the dookie. Harry Plopper.
That's a weird tub.
Fancied.
That's a thick tub.
Dummy thick. What?
Oh my god. Everything is locked.
What do you got for keys? Cabin key and Vivian's desk key. Yeah.
Go see what Vivian hid in her desk.
Child.
A child. No. One thing worse than a rapist. Child.
Now you got Vivian's desk key. Now you're gonna find what's in her desk. What will it be? Maybe a jewel. Or maybe not.
Like the
smoking.
vape?
Yeah! I want you to... Oh, there it is. You ready to find her jewel? Fucking crown jewel. Here it is.
Well, that was fun.
Cal, do you want to take this one or do you want me to?
Let me yawn.
Yeah. It's Vivian, so.
January 2nd. Although we live in the same house, Charles and I hardly speak to each other. I know that he's been feeling guilty ever since his affair, but that was 20 years ago. It's high time I forgive him out loud. Next, I need to work things out with Trisha. I've been objecting her relationship for quite some time. In doing so, Trisha has been avoiding. I haven't been a good mother, but I want to be there whenever she needs me from now on. I just want things to go back the way they were. January 12th. Agency has arranged for a new guy to help. His name is Owen Smith, quite a young man for what he has accomplished. During our meeting, Owen asked me many as if he was interviewing. The brief introduction turned out to be hours long. However, by the end of it, he said he has everything he needed and will get things moving right away. I have a good feeling about it. May 12th. Owen called to meet with me. He had the papers ready for me to sign. He said the location of the exhibition had been approved. All we need is the down payment. That's great. I signed the paper almost immediately. After that, I informed our accountant, Helen, to transfer the money from the Roberts Relief Fund. The hospital won't be needing it. Owen's been a great help. We brought up the idea of an art gallery for the public. I'm not sure if things could have gone so quickly if it had been some other agent. I owe him that much. June 17th. Art gallery will open in 3 months. I'm so excited about it. We've most of the artwork from the contributors and artists. All I need is to ask Charles if he would be willing to donate some of his paintings. If this exhibition succeeds, it would be good for us and for Painscreek. I haven't felt this alive in a very long time. I have a purpose now. You ever get a code for that?
Code for what? No, but I know what it is, but I can't tell you. You need to find it in game. What items do you have right now? Cabin key?
That fancy little key.
Yeah. Yep. Cabin key is gonna be a big one. Especially because you have the cross.
The cross opened his secret room.
Well, the cross was left in Trisha's drawer, right? And, Trisha and Scott had a relationship. And Trisha suspected that there was a secret room at the cabin. So I will not confirm or deny that that is
It
the key.
sounds like you've confirmed it.
But it definitely does something at the cabin. I just don't know if it does it yet. There is also something you have been missing. But, like, it's something that you will eventually figure out. And, like, it's literally not something. Yo, okay. Done deal.
No.
Big stretch. Oh. It also isn't something that matters because you've technically found what it leads to.
So what is it?
That stump, there's clues around town.
Oh, is there a little key for the stump?
I don't think so. No, the stump is meant to be hidden, and there are little clues around town that tell you about the stump. But you have to figure out like what it is and where it is and stuff. Oh, now we enter the cabin.
Sunday, February 14th. Today is Valentine's Day. I wanted to spend the day with Trisha, but Charles invited me to go hunting. I was nervous, not because it's my first time hunting, but because it's with Trisha's dad. Turned out that I actually enjoyed being with him. I feel comfortable talking to him. Friday, June 18th. I don't get it. Why would Father Matthew forbid me from being with Trisha? Is it because I'm not rich, or because I'm an orphan? He didn't explain why to me. Maybe he doesn't love me anymore? I feel so confused. Tuesday, June 22nd. We quarreled again today. I couldn't stand Father Matthew's preaching attitude, so I yelled back at him. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I'm so frustrated. Father Matthew said that I'm not an orphan. What does that mean? Does he know who my parents are? I pressed him to keep talking, but he wouldn't tell me anything after that. I need to know more. Saturday, July 31st. Past few weeks, it has become more difficult for me to talk to Father Matthew. Whenever we speak, he addresses only church stuff. I realize that I'm starting to avoid Father Matthew. Whenever he asks me how my day was, I don't feel like answering him. When I ask him about my past, he's always trying to change the subject. I feel so frustrated. Thursday, September 2nd. I moved out of the church. Father Matthew did not object, although he looked a bit sad. Mr. Roberts was kind enough to let me stay at his cabin if I'm willing to work for him as an assistant gardener. That way the mansion garden can still be well maintained, even when Andrew cannot make it. Wednesday, November 3rd. It's been a month since Charles gave me this cabin to stay. I still don't know where to start my investigation. Andrew's been drinking. Bernard asked me to bring him home today. Whenever he's drunk, he accuses himself of saying that he's a sinner. Sometimes he would mutter names that I've never heard of. Of all the names, I think I only recognize Magdalene. I just can't remember where I heard that name before. I just returned from the orphanage and found out that it was Father Calvin who brought me there. The record sheet stated that I was born from Painscreek. How? If I was born in Painscreek, there must be records of me in the hospital, but I've checked. There's none. Thursday, November 16th. I broke into Father Matthew's bedroom today. I shouldn't have done that, but he might have had something that could tell me about my birth parents. He didn't have anything relevant. Saturday, November 20th. Andrew's drunk again. This is the 5th time I've had to bring him home and then cover his shift. It's getting quite annoying. I laid him down on his bed. He muttered repeatedly, "I'm so sorry, Sophia." Sophia?
I think I have a feeling that we're correct.
E. Yeah? You think I'm right?
I have a feeling. That's got a cross on it.
Daniel G. Jackson works as a master carpenter, concludes working with wood series in his final work, Master Carpentry. Here you will learn how to craft the most complex structures with just wood, create puzzles, hidden doors, and secrets in plain sight. With Jackson techniques, it's not a book for beginners. Practice your skills, see if you have what it takes to be a master carpenter.
Sure.
Ooh.
Cutlery. Across the room.
No poopers, you're good? One of those two.
That one said it's used.
Oh!
Wait a
That
minute.
little box.
Test box. Oh, in the church. The
Yeah.
The stuff
Then
that's
you don't
like
have the
this
key to
stuff.
the downstairs yet, I guess. You have the church chest box and the other one?
didn't say what the other key. One said
Usable at the church, yeah. One of them is usable at the church, it said.
Wasn't there a creepy basement at the church?
It does not go to that. That comes up in the end game. And trust me, when you get to the end game, you will know. The church, the church, the church, the church, church. The church, church man. Yeah.
Right?
That's the biggest grief about people have with this game is that it's like walking simulator. But
I mean, all
that's
you
how
do
they
is walk.
that's how they panned out the game, right? If they didn't do that, the game would be like half the content and you'd get like an 8-hour game. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like, follow, and subscribe. Check us out on other social medias linked in the description. Bye now.